Like, I feel like... You know what it also sometimes feels? I know it's for the better for me, and I know there is a reason I'm like at that integration work tree. She has a point in that, but... At some point, you have to think to yourself, huh? Like, it's... Welcome back, Wanderer. Remember one thing that I said? Not about the level that we're currently entering, but remember how I said that I want to go over every door that leads to the hub, so that I have easier connection. The easier connection for the later endings, but the thing is, in level 1.8 has a door. So... Yeah, the door in level 1.8.8, I want to know what it is. Hub door. I don't see it on floor 3. Why is there a floor 3 and a floor 2? Oh, is it in the lobby? No, huh? Is there a floor 3 in this level? But there is supposed to be a hub door, and the question remains... Oh, there is a possibility at 2 levels, because... I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, look. The thing is, I wanted to go for every door, but, like, the thing is, I think we got this level. But apparently there's, like, a possibility for both. So... Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that I had times where, like, you know, this was open, but apparently this time I got level 2. Or floor 2. But the thing is, I don't see the hub door anywhere on this map. Besides, if this will be a window... No, I don't see the hub door on any of these floors. I assume it will be in the lobby, since the lobby is, you know, main thing, but... And that's the thing. But that doesn't matter. I will get to that. Because we have a poolroms to traverse, and I hope you can pedal. I hope you can pedal a rowboat, Wanderer, and I hope you can differentiate. So differentiate the water between good and bad water, but yeah. Because we're gonna go to like a whole lot of water, and we might need to level the race, and we might need to go to a sub-level of the thing. But we're going to do levels 37 too. Today. Oh wait, I remember. No, there's... Once you enter the level, you find a room with doors that have labeled different levels. The only way you can access door labeled letter H. So this is like, I assume, at the floor thing. And that's easy, at least, to get. And that sort of stir. Because the next one is at level 52. And that sort of stuff. Because I've never been in gaming room. But let's start. Let's go back to the pool rooms. And that sort of stuff. I don't know how many I got, but like the thing is, endings are spread everywhere over the level. And even level 1.8.8 has an ending, I think. You know, at least we're stocked up. So... At least we're stocked up. Watch me say we're stocked up and then in 2 minutes we die. Can I? Can I not go in? Because the thing is why I said, Wanderer, whatever you do, don't jump in that. You'll die. The stuff will affect you if you're resided. So, how do we... So we're kind of paddling through the poolroms, and as you know, the poolroms doesn't lose sanity, so, yeah. Also, I have a funny story. That is not a continuation of the profile picture story I've been telling, but, I have to raise the water here. But the thing is, like, I had, like, today conversations with, you know, your learning goals and that sort of stuff, because there is still a reason you sit at integration work, and that's true. And that sort of thing. But they find that I should change the email on my curriculum vitae with, you know, the sad argument that people might find it confusing, and because people might find it confusing, people wouldn't really, you know, ask it and take the confusion away. Well, I, in defense it, I have nobody ever, like, making a problem out of it. You know? So... But, you know, that aside, like, today we had, like, I had, like, with one of my coaches a talk, and she thinks that, like, she, like, made a document, you know, with, like, a plan of, like, you know, approach and that sort of stuff. And one of the things I should learn is working skills, so skills that you learn as an employee. And one of those things is time management, micromanagement. With the sole purpose reason of, like, as example, like, I still find it a bad thing. I still find it a bad thing, but, like, she, as an example, gave, like, if you get, like, a task on Tuesday, you know, you should do some micro things and start doing, like, a little bit, like, on Tuesday, a little bit on Wednesday, that in case you get sick, you fall off the stairs and that sort of stuff, you know, that in that case, somebody can take over your work. And to me, you know, that sounds still stupid because, she said, like, in that case, somebody can take over your work, but if you start be like, oh, I can do that in one swoop on Thursday, you know, then, somebody might not, and you get, like, Thursday sick, then somebody has to do everything from scratch, which costs maybe a lot more time. And I get the idea, but, like, in both cases, like I said to her, in both cases, you're still fucking up somebody else, because somebody else has to do your job. And if, like, in coding wise, if you keep it locally, because, like, if I make like, let's say, if I make something in a project, and it's like a living thing, I'm not gonna, like, push it, maybe into my own branch, but I'm not gonna, like, deploy it or push it until it's done. At least we know with the test, to ensure that's done. And such stuff. So I keep it locally, because I don't expect, you know, to fall off the stairs on Thursday. You know what I mean? So if I do micromanagement on Wednesday and Tuesday, and fall off the stairs, then somebody still, you know, has to do all of the work, even if I did nothing. And no, that is different, because you're then, you know, you took some pre-time, and I was like, I really, like, in my mind, it sounds in both cases that you fuck somebody else up. Even that sort of stuff. And you can get sick, your laptop can get broken, that sort of stuff. There's always, like, factors to think. But the idea is apparently that I should do micromanagement and that sort of stuff. That I get a task on Wednesday that has to be done by Thursday. That I do a part on Wednesday, part on Tuesday, and that sort of stuff on the final part on Thursday. So that in case in one of those days I get sick, somebody else can take it over. And I'd be like, yeah. Like I said, like, I get that part. But to me it feels like still thing, because no matter what you do, you fuck somebody over. Turn them to fill the tank. Is that water safe? I don't know. Oh, hello? Jump in the water, jump in the water, jump in the water. I thought I already heard something. So yeah, like, I get the idea that you should do some work in case you get, like, sick or something happens. But I feel like the way they say it, like, in sense of, like, you know, like the way they say it, in the sense of like, you know, even if like in both cases, like as such the case that I presented, in both cases, you know, can you leave? Like in both cases, in the one case you didn't do anything, but in the other case you did do. But in both cases, the other person gets fucked over even. You know what I mean? And such stuff. But I guess that's a meeting. Like I get the micromanagement thing, but still, in both cases, somebody gets fucked over. So. Try to listen for like the plump. You have to like can he come in here, by the way? It's just one. How many are there? But yeah, like I get the thing that she tries to say, but on the other hand, like I feel like you still screw somebody over, even if you took precaution. You know, and I think not everybody likes. You know, that thing. Because I don't think like if I said to somebody, even if I will do work and it's locally on my PC that breaks, you know. Then I will still think if somebody gets sick, yeah, it's just an excuse. If your PC broke, like okay, why did you back it up then? You know, that's my thought. I will still think that such stuff. But it was me. Like they were like, okay, you know, we just generally talking over your learning path and that sort of stuff and your learning goals, you know. If like, do you agree with it? I was like, I do agree with some points, not all of them, you know. But like that is also a thing. They want me to learn structure and like a sense of like, hello. They want to learn me structure, and to me structure is like, you know, you're standing up at 7 o'clock. Like, it was part of micromanagement, I think. But there's 2 filled. I need 4, I think. But that's like the thing, like, I think structure comes when you get a job, because if you get a job, you know, you stand up early to get to the train and that sort of stuff, or to take your car. And such stuff, or, you know, you're gonna do groceries at a different time because you have a job, you can't really do it earlier. Wait, did it see me? Did it? I thought it had me. Okay, time to jump into the water again. I hate that it doesn't make any sound. You know, I simply hate that it doesn't make any sense. Did I fill it up? No, I need one more. I simply hate that it doesn't make any sense. You just hear it step around. But yeah, like, I have some, like, but that's the thing, like, I have some different opinions on what I think. Like, in the last 10 years, I have, like, worked on learning goals and such. That I feel like, if you ask me now, you know, hey, what would you take as a learning goal, that I don't know what to take as a learning goal, but... But yeah. I'm here again. Oh, I see him. And thing. So like I know my weak points, and I know the things that, like, you know, I need like extra time on, like, you know, my spelling, my grammar, and that sort of stuff. And I know I know where I need time on, but like, yeah, people see me a different way and such. But I said to them, like, I don't agree with all things, but you know, there are there for a reason, and that sort of stuff. And I'm willing to like work and cooperate, or like, yeah, cooperate, or at least work to these goals, if I feel like instead. Now, I didn't say that I feel like, but like, you know, if I think like set goal is achievable from within me, you know. So if I feel like I need to work on a critical vitae, you know, and that sort of stuff, then I will be able to do it. But if I, you know, if I don't think I need to work on like my soft skills, then yeah, I might gonna work on them. I might not. There was nothing again, right? No. But yeah. Like, I do know that maybe I speak a bit too soon, maybe I never speak too clearly, and I know that I'm like a bit long in terms of like sentences and words. In sense of like, you know, I can say something, or I say something that might can be said with 2 sentences in 8, you know what I mean? But to say, you know, to say that I need those things? Like, I feel like, you know what it also sometimes feels? I know it's for the better for me, and I know there is a reason I'm like at that integration work track. She has a point in that, but at some point you have to think to yourself, huh? Like, it's... Yeah, at some point you have to think to yourself, yeet! No, but at some point you have to think to yourself, like, am I changing to benefit me? Or, you know, am I changing because society wants me to change it? Because the thing is, I don't think I really fit in the norms of how society wants me to work and think. And that sort of stuff. And, you know, and the way I act and the way I think, I mean, you know, I'm a pregnant Vtuber. So that's already point 1. But I also do think like I might have used more words than the others. So be it. That is my thing, and that sort of stuff. And that's not a bad thing, I know. But you know, people demand. Not everybody likes long sentences. And I know that. You like call over this bridge? Oh, you need to call over the bridge. I did the monster part, you know, completely fine without any problems, you know, and the bridge like this is what kills me. But yeah, like, am I gonna like benefit by using 2 sentences if my head uses 20? You know what I mean? Could I just... What the fuck? What the fuck? I can even take it. Yeah, and that's sort of stuff. Like, would I benefit from better curriculum vitae? Would I benefit from the email? I don't think like I said, I don't think I will, because I have a feeling it's not a problem. And, you know, people don't say things, they have right, but like, if people don't say that my email with my dead name is a problem, you know? Because they say, people, like, she said, for example, with that email, because they suggest me that I should take a different email or new email with Elise in the name to prevent confusion. And my opinion is, the reason I don't do that, and you can always have a yes, you know, or a yes you can always get, but a no you always have. My opinion on that is that I don't use that because, well, I don't experience any problems because of my email. And they have a point. People not always speak everything out, and they maybe cause a confusion and maybe leave it in case, you know, they don't want to get like flagged as like racist and that sort of stuff, or that they like discriminate, you know, yeah, being a racist technically, and that sort of stuff. I get that, but like the thing is, if people, you know, if it will be that such a problem. If it will be that such a problem that my email is like, you know, my dead name, then why would I want to work at a company? I need to go to that one. Like, why would I want to work at the company then? Like I said, like, of course, there is, people don't tell everything. But like, I had one conversation or like one interview that really went about who I was and not about my skills. That was at like a tech company in like near me, and that sort of stuff. I was gonna say like a near me location, but hey. But it was at a tech company location with the sentence of like, you know, they were doing like repair works and such stuff. And the idea there was like, I had a conversation. They were were the most nice people. I have to say that. But the conversation at the point was not more about, you know, what will I bring to strengthen the team. No, it was more about the protection of me against the people that already work there. Because that guy, like, went at a point like, you know, the people here, the guys here, they can be hard, you know, and mean, and they're gonna flop things out they don't want to say, you know? As in, like, you know, being like a farmer guy lands. I'm gonna get some racist people because of that. Or I mean, racist people. I'm gonna like offend so many people with that. But and such stuff. And that led to the point that the guy started talking more about who I am, you know, and the fear that like the guys may say something that hurts you. The guy may say something, you know, they may like a little harsh. And I was like, you know, I had brothers who were like that. And, you know, I'm not coming here demanding, you know, that you speak to me like this, like your royal queen, and such stuff. But you could really feel... Is it in here? You could really feel it was like that he was concerned, like confused about the fact, you know, that I'm a transgender. Because it was like, this guy say this, the guys do this, the guys do that, can you handle that, and that sort of stuff. And I tried to steer the conversation in the fact that, like, hey, you need to hire me, or at least let me walk along that day, you know, let me join for a day. Because, yeah, the guys may be a bit hard, that can, most guys are, you know. I had brothers too that were like assholes sometimes. But you don't know until you try. Look, if I there one day I get like yelled at and like, you know, cursed at like the whole day, then okay, you know, you're right. But like if I get there one day and the guys make a funny joke and I laugh with them, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah. Like but that's my life. Welcome to my life, guys. The only thing is I don't have like any... I thought you would go from that way. Look. I don't have any sanity things. Oh, there was a thing there. Oh, the stairs are over there. Why are you going that way? He's just calling me. I'm sorry. But yeah, there is a reason I meant that integration work track. Yes, I don't have success in getting work, but I think like the goals of how to get to that point, you know, are a little bit different between people in opinions. And you know, they have an opinion and that sort of stuff. And that opinion is there with a reason. You're going that way? Like, that opinion is there with a reason. But sometimes you can do what the opinion say, okay, thank you for your opinion, I'm not gonna do anything with it, eh? So... well, if you're going that way... is this really just... can you stop camping me for a second? Would it be better to take the way around again? I think it is. I'm gonna die of sanity, I already know. But yeah, like, that's the thing. And you can say sometimes, you know, thank you for opinion, but I don't do anything with it. Is there any... there aren't any in here. I see. There is one in there. But where did it go? Watch me get jump scared. Where did it go? Huh? Oh. Is that 3? If I go back up, you know, I will restore my sanity, but the thing is, I will reset all the valves. So. Is that all? I think that's all. Oh, that is all. I thought there were 4. Huh. So yeah. My life, my thing, getting the job is like harder than things. Because like, at first I had like, I do admit. At first I sometimes thought, you know, that like my transgender side is a problem. But like at the point you're gonna think like if my transgender side is a problem, then, you know, well, like do I want to work there? Like, do I want to work then there still? But you know, I guess not. After this is level fun plus, no. Not without it. Oh no, wait, those items like at the main hall. Do I remember what you have to do for fun plus? Next week will be the day before I go on holiday. Oh, we'll talk about that next episode. Because I have like therapy next week. And like only a morning's taken on Wednesday. I'm gonna take 3 at least. So that I can focus on, you know, getting ready to get to the airport. But we'll talk about that next week. That will be a good topic for next week. Because Fun Plus, the level of Fun Plus is gonna be a lot longer. Because basically Fun Plus contains 4 mini games and such stuff. Is there more to this? Basically, Fun Plus is like a set of 4 mini games through 4 levels. And such, so. But yeah. I should keep a count on that because, like I said, next week is like the day before I go on holiday. Or at least for you guys and girls, it will be already long past. Like, there won't be any changing. I think my schedule will be at least proof I have like enough recordings. As you know, I pre-record a lot. I'm recording this on the 24th of March. So... there is another section. I will be recording this on the 24th of March, so there you know. But I don't know when this exactly will release, but it's pre-recorded. So yeah, my life, my chance. Well, I think about holiday will start next week. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I've mostly been busy this week with like, you know, what do I eat? Because like, if I pull open like a flask of Coca-Cola next week, you know, like next Monday. Like then that Coke will be like across the thing and such stuff. I think that is safe. It's water. So yeah, that will be the thing because like, for example, if I make dinner on Sunday and I'll keep making dinner for like 3 days, that's usually what I do. That when I cook dinner for like roughly 3 portions. So for like Sunday, and I put the rest in like a bucket. Can you come in here? You can come in here. Okay, good to know. I put like the rest of the bucket into the fridge, and on a Tuesday eat like half of it, and then the rest on Thursday. Because like cook for yourself, or well for 2 at this point, or 3 or 4, who knows. It's like really hard, and such, but it has to be done. Yeah, I guess at this point I can say to them. I mean, I've been telling people I've been 12 weeks pregnant, so. I thought this thing didn't want to walk through water. I I turned like 2 and there is no... Hello, like, hello? I turned like 2. And it will be funny, like I don't think it will happen, but it will be funny if I do this level completely deathless and the only thing that actually killed me, you know, is like the bridge. Yeah, we're gonna laugh so hard if that is the case. I'm gonna laugh so hard when that is the case. It's only a half full? Really? There was like 4 of them. Did I like turn some of them off? Did I turn some of them off? There's one more. Okay. Why would one more be? That was the starting room, right? No, I came there. And I went to the right directly. Of course. Of course. I thought there were only 5 in this one. Huh. Is that like now full or do I need like one more? I think I need one more. This would make sense. This would make sense. One more. Oh. But yeah, my work life, like at least getting a job. I mean, it like I said, at this point you can say that my content creation is my job. Like in theory, like it isn't like, you know, I appreciate everybody who watches this and supports this, but like in theory I can say this is my job, you know. But it doesn't make money on the blank. Oh, hello, you're there. You know, it doesn't bring in enough money, if you know what I mean. So, like, if I would like make this as a sustainable job, I think, I need like at least, what is it, $5 per subscriber. You know, at least for my rent alone, I need like 120 subscribers on Twitch, or like 120 YouTube members if it's like $5 a piece too. So if I would make a sustainable income, then yeah. And especially now that I have a girlfriend, let me think, like my rent is like roughly $600 602 from the top of my head. And I increased it to 620 I think last year. So if I would need like a sustainable income, I need at least 200 subscribers. Or I need subscribers. Subscribers are still appreciated, but like members and such stuff. Where's my boat? Where did the boat go? Huh? Do I go that way? No. This way, right? Oh. Well, I would love to know where my boat is. And such stuff. Is this still that way? Yeah, I have to go that way. So my boat is probably somewhere around here. I hope. Where the fuck is my boat? Oh, don't I need a boat anymore? I don't know. I don't think I need a boat anymore. Yeah, I don't need a boat anymore. Huh. What's up there? But yeah, that's my work life. That's sort of. I'm not gonna hear say that like Fun Plus is like really long. But in the meantime, like this level took 40 minutes. You know what's the problem? You know the funny thing about this level is? You know the funny thing is? I didn't die to the monster. No, and I didn't die to sanity loss. No, I simply fucking died. Because of a fucking bridge. I didn't die on the monster, like... Oh, I died on a fucking bridge. But yeah, like, in theory, you know, in theory I can say content creation is my job at this point, but... yeah. It's gonna be something. I mean, like, they say it with an opinion, and they say it, like, I know they say it with an opinion, and I know they say it with, to help me, you know? And such stuff. You know, they don't say it just to, like, keep them busy and keep me busy, you know? And because they hate me. They don't say it like that, and I know that. But still, some opinions, you know? Like, as I said, opinions are opinions, you can do whatever you want with them. If you well build it, like they say, if you well build it, but if you well build the case that you don't experience any trouble, you know, because like nobody made any trouble, then yeah, then it's not a problem anymore. But yeah. This was level 37.2. I hope you enjoyed my rant. At least there's like a lot of like supplies. It's almost like difficulty, right? Yeah, as you can see, Explorer, you're this tall? You're tall enough? No, take a rest. And such stuff, take a rest. And thing. And prepare. Because next time we're gonna go into Fun Plus. Wait, I think Fun Plus is like, is Fun Plus a sub-level or not? Hold on. You know what I remember? I remember like that part. There was one minigame level where you had to like throw this dynamite at that eye. It was really inaccurate or like that sort of stuff, but it was just so funny because you could throw the dynamite at yourself. Does it say anything about like sub-levels? Yeah, Lava Fun Plus, a more dangerous modified version of the regular for containing... this is just escape the Backrooms. I thought there were sub-levels. I know like the idea is like... And this is another level fun. Huh. It doesn't talk about sublevels, okay. Well, thing. Yeah, well, Wanderer. This was a thing. As I said, take a rest. Take a break, because next time we're gonna fight and we're gonna die a lot. Or at least I'm gonna die a lot, I know already. But yeah, I'm regularly your pregnant Vtuber transfer on the internet. Your pregnant goddess of reproduction, your pregnant goddess of fertility, your pregnant goddess who eats, loves the snacks on humans and entities in the backrooms. If you like horror and Project Diva, that's good for you, because I've primarily focused on horror and Project Diva, with horror being the Horror Friday. So on Friday I usually upload a horror video in the morning. In this case, Escape the Backrooms. In the evening, 3 scary games. I don't think this will be after my... No, this will be on my all day. This will be way past my all day. So go back later in the evening for a 3 scary games. If you want to see some additional horror content while you wait for a new Escape the Backrooms video, make sure to check the icon on the top right or the outro playlist on the left to see how the previous levels went and to see how the game has changed from its alpha beta state to the game it is today and that sort of stuff. If you want to support me, best way is to do that by subscribing, ringing the notification bell and liking the video. That way is to tell me you want more, and that also tells me that, you know, YouTube throws it out in the algorithm, so more people see it, more people get to like it, and that sort of stuff. If you want to get in contact with me, you can do that in 2 ways. Through the link tree in the bottom, you can find the Discord. Discord is the best place, I'm the most active there. You can get the best updates there, and of course you can be part of my small gaming community and that sort of stuff, with an interest in bellies and such stuff. That's a side thing, but like, some people just do like a belly and that sort of stuff. But primarily focus just on the small gaming community, focused around my content or other stuff. So if you, for example, find 2 people who like Smite and that sort of stuff, you know, play Smite with them or have a talk with Smite in them and such stuff. There's just a small, the idea is a small VTubing gaming community hub. So if you're interested in that, make sure to join it. You can also contact me through my business email. I have an email called precoelise@gmail.com. And that sort of stuff. So if you want to do any business or any more formal stuff, like you should try this game out, or, you know, play this and that sort of stuff, you can do it through the business email. It will be linked in my channel description if you want to find it. My linktree also connects to all my other socials, including my Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky, in case you want to stay up to date but don't use Discord. My full channel and Twitch channel, in case you want to see how stream goes from time to time, because I also record videos live on Twitch, like the My Friendly Neighborhood series, for example. My Ko-fi and Patreon if you want to support a little bit more. Well, with that, this pregnant goal is gonna say, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week, and might see you next week for a new dangerous level of Escape the Backrooms. Until then, bye, bye.